Now for the track guide. Before starting, I have to announce the GT Academy for GT4 and GT3, where I'm gonna be conducting group coaching sessions and workshops with drivers that are trying to improve in either GT4s or GT3s. So we're gonna be following exactly the iRacing schedule, and if you want to know more about the Academy, link will be in the video description. But now, let's go in the track guide. For turn 1, this track, this car, quite difficult, especially on cold tires. But what you want to do here in turn 1 is, first of all, to stay very close to this wall. Staying very close to the wall, after you see number 2, you're going to be looking at this Marshall gate. And before the gate, you want to be on the brakes. So slightly before the gate and slightly past number 2. It's a bit better to be earlier on the brakes in this corner so we can focus on the exit rather than braking too late and having to drop the throttle or hitting the wall. So make sure you're doing that. Braking in third gear, holding the brakes, trail braking with low percentages, and now you're looking at this blue part of the curb because you want to get very close and barely brush it. You want to touch it, but just barely going on top of it so that the car won't be destabilized. And when you're hitting it, you should be pressing the throttle quite aggressively so that it balances the rear end. And now, holding the throttle pinned, you just want to keep the throttle flat out. You should be very close to this wall and start turning in this corner. The moment that you turn, you're going to be dropping the throttle just like this, and make sure you're not dropping it completely to zero. So it's just a throttle lift, and now back off very close to this wall, very close to this wall as well. So if you're looking at the throttle input, we have to minimize the throttle drop off so that we can carry as much speed as we can, because we don't need to be all the way on the left side for this corner. It's completely fine if we're in the middle of the track while we're braking into the next one, because this car will be quite sensitive on braking and turning at the same time. So we will be using the fact that we're already positioned here, and we will start applying the brakes right on the exit concrete road on the left side. So if I'm going backwards a little bit, you will see here the concrete on the left side. At the concrete on the left side on your A pillar, you're going to be braking and turning just a little. If you look on the steering, we're just barely using the steering because we want to brake in low percent so that the car won't understeer, so we don't overuse the front tire. So we're holding like 20% on the brakes at this point, and we just want to manage the speed with the brakes, like adding it right now 6%, making sure the car gets wide here, but still with the right tires on the concrete. And now bringing it back. Super important, take a very late apex. So we're hitting the curb at the ending of the blue anti-curb. Very late apex, stay on 100% throttle. And now we're using every inch of the track for this corner right here. Turning point here, you're going to be turning based on feel, but you're going to be turning with 100% throttle. And as you get closer to the corner, you're just going to release the throttle a little, just like this. And then put the throttle back out in fourth gear. Using every inch of the road, you should be arriving on the grass here with the left tires. And then when you're going uphill, before going to the flat part, when you're still going uphill, apply the brakes, go to third gear, and stay very tight here in third gear. Don't go to second, just stay in third and trail brake for longer, and stay very tight around this white and blue line. Now this will be a very difficult corner, and this is where most of the lap time can be lost or gained. So what you want to do first is to brake early for this corner. The limiting factor here are the front tires, because you're going to be turning a lot and also braking. So you want to minimize the scrub on the front tires and minimize the ABS engagement. So what you're going to be using here, the moment then you don't see this sign in your A pillar, that's the moment when you're going to be applying the brakes. So when you're not seeing the sign anymore on the left side, applying the brakes, brake in a straight line and brake heavy initially. In this straight line braking, you have to brake hard, because then we're going to brake and turn. So it's a small window that we need to take advantage of. So braking very hard, going to first gear, 90% on the brakes. And now when we're turning, you have to release very aggressively. So you're going to be braking in front of the car. Now, the moment that you're going to be turning in, it's also important because it's basically a blind corner. So what you want to do is brake in a straight line and look at this white and blue line. And when you're getting closer to this curvature of the white line, when the white line starts to go more towards the right side, when you're getting at this point in time, then you're going to be turning. It's going to be a bit difficult and different for you to find the references because it's not going to be an exact precise reference. But if you're just looking at this white line when it starts to bend and you will turn earlier than that, generally you'll have a decent turning point. Super important to lower the brakes a lot. You will engage the ABS if you're holding too much brakes. So you want to do most of your braking or most of the slowing down of the car in the straight line part. And now here is just to keep some front end, but nothing more than that. And notice how much we're using the steering. Like it's a lot. It's like this. So you have to use the fronts a lot. So just turning like this is not enough. You have to go all the way, to cross your arms all the way. Not like this, but like this. If you're looking at my, at my steering. That's what you have to do. Then immediately smash the throttle so that you can get a good exit. That's pretty much how you do it. And by the way, this was done with a fixed setup, but if you want to go even quicker, check out Go Setups. We also have a 10% discount code and their setups are very, very fast. Now going into the next chicane, reference for braking here will be number 5. After number 5, you're going to be applying the brakes, brake very hard, close to 100% in a straight line. Then you're going to be staying in second gear, cut a lot this curb, notice how much you can cut. Still on the brakes, bump up the brake pressure when you're landing, and then cut the second one in second gear as well. But this time you're going to be pressing the throttle when the rear end hits the curb. So right now you should be getting very close to this wall because you're keeping the throttle pinned. Shorten the distance by cutting the apron around here. And we're heading now towards the last corner of the track. So for this corner, you will have, you will feel in the force feedback that you're changing the tarmac basically, because here on the left side, we have a different surface. So it will feel bumpy, but once you get used with that, it's going to be fine. You're braking at the white line, like the pit entry. Right now, braking, and you're aiming at the grass here. I mean, this is not grass, it's actually painted tarmac. So you want to stay on it with the left tire. Notice that our left tire is on the painted part. Don't use too much because you can get an off track, but you can slightly open up this corner a little bit more. So you're going to be braking there, third gear. Notice how much we're using the green part with our left tires here. And when this white line, white and blue line starts to once again change its direction, right now it's was going straight and now it's going to the left side. This is the point where we were turning in the corner in second gear, cutting a lot the first one and smashing the throttle because we can completely go over both curbs. And in short, that's the track guide. That's how you do it. But if you want more guidance, we are organizing this week group coaching sessions, this track, this car. So check out the academy, check out the Discord server. And of course, if you want to improve at a quicker pace, courses, coaching, and setups with Go Setups. That's pretty much it. Bye-bye.